Standing behind me is a 2000 Piper Saratoga II TC, and I'm really excited to feature it as my first ever airplane review. First thing that I noticed as a former Navy pilot flying big ugly cargo planes on carriers is this plane looks good. I mean, it's an SUV of the skies, basically. Yes, it's 24 years old, but in its day, it was an amazing aircraft. It still is an amazing aircraft. But now, moving forward, Piper is in the M series. M350, M500, M600, and now most notably the M700 as of earlier this year in 2024. So that being said, the M700 is about low $4 million. For 1/10 of the price, about $400,000-ish, you can get a 20-plus-year-old Piper Saratoga II turbocharged. So it is a great airframe if you want to have a family hauler, or if you're a business owner looking to go from point A to point B over a good long distance. It's also worth noting that with that TIO 540 engine in the front, it gives about 300 horsepower and about 180 knots for the maximum cruise speed. Not too bad, especially for a 6-seat family hauler going cross country. Speaking of cross country lengths, 800 miles is about what you're looking at. Obviously retractable landing gear to allow for that distance, but this is a great, dare I say, economical plane that you're gonna save a lot of money on by not buying brand new, but also one that is not so old that it just feels yucky. So obviously we got a 3-bladed prop right here, which I personally think looks really great, but it's actually not as fast as a 2-bladed. That being said, 3-bladed by and large is a better propeller system because there's less vibration and less wear and tear on the airplane. Moving down below, so we've got the landing lights here. This particular one as well, the landing lights have been upgraded to LEDs. So we do have retractable landing gear, which is awesome. Higher insurance rates for sure. If you're a private pilot getting into space with not a lot of hours in retractable gear, but it offers increased performance and better fuel economy. Going to the baggage compartment here. So here's the handle, how to open it. There's a sign that says maximum baggage this compartment is 100 pounds. So you can put 100 pounds of gear in the nose, which is great because a lot of airplanes don't have this feature. That is one thing about this Saratoga II in general, is that it has a very long look to it. I think it looks very proportional. It looks like a cross-country hauler. Coming along the wing here, you'll notice it is a metal airframe, and most certified airplanes are these days. There has been very good upkeep with this airplane, and anytime there was any sort of shadowing in 1 or 2 rivets on this airplane that the owner had to fix right away. Here's a cool side shot of the Saratoga. One of the things I want to point out too is that one, the owner and his wife have their names on the side, which is awesome. Just kind of shows the level of care that he has for this airplane. Two, it says Piper Air, A-I-R-E. So that just means that it has air conditioning, which again, for a 2000 model is a big deal. Okay, so here we are on the side of the airplane. I'm going to show you just how easy it is to pull these aft 2 seats out, literally in a matter of seconds. So I've practiced this twice before. Let's see if I can get it. Push one button in, a little back pressure, push the other button in, you hear the pop, and then literally the back, make sure that's out, and there you go. Easy day. So the other one does the same thing, and now look at how much storage you have back here. So again, if I'm sitting up in these 2 seats of the club seating, I could, one, stretch my legs out. I don't know if I get a mountain bike back here, but certainly maybe skis, snowboard, but definitely a lot of storage for other things, which is awesome. 2 people, 1 person, family of 4, it's fantastic. Or even a family of 5. I mean, I have 3 kids myself, so this would actually be kind of perfect because I could put 1 kid here or there and have a bunch of storage for things in the back. So what a really cool, versatile feature. This is what the view looks like. If I'm sitting here are my knees coming down, and yes, my head is touching. Let's go back like this. So my head is actually touching the top here. If I sit up straight, it's not there. But if I slouch down a little bit, take a little nap, not too bad. Let's go in the front here. Definitely more headroom. I can sit up more, and my head is not touching. So again, 6 foot, not too bad. I want to show you the back cargo area from this angle with the door wide open. Love having the wide door. Get a nice space that's been allotted to you for the back. Also a good place for a dog, being that there's air conditioning in here and a seat can come out. You can put a little dog bed back there, not too bad. So I don't know if they all come with a cooler, but this particular owner has a cooler in here. I mean, it's just a little tiny igloo, but pretty cool little feature here. I mean, you can put other things in here. It's a little deep. It's a hand length deep, but nice little amenity to have for some LaCroix or sodas on your journey. And there's some cup holders here as well for your 40-ounce tumblers. Okay, coming around the right side of the airplane, this is how you would get into the cockpit of the Saratoga II. So grab handle here, big no step sign right here, step on the black only. Pop the latch open. And it's actually pretty convenient. Just watch your footing. Step on in, there's no stick. just a classic yoke. But again, 6-foot guy. You can see what I look like. Here's what it looks like with the door shut. And then you lock this handle here, which you can't see from the inside. Okay, so once you crawl into the cockpit on the co-pilot side, you're in this position, and you would switch on over to the pilot seat. So make sure there's nothing in the middle right here. Just slide on over. Standard configuration of the cockpit, 2 yokes on each side, which is nice. We've got our throttle here, our prop, RPM mixture as well. Standard 6-pack in front of us. Now what's nice about this airplane too is that no, it's not glass. At least not big panel screens like you're used to seeing in the newer aircraft. Again, 1/10 the price of an M700 Fury, might add. But you do have a pretty advanced avionics considering the age of the airplane. We've got a Garmin GNS 530, a Garmin GNS 430, and a Garmin GMA 340 as well. If you look here, this is a clean setup. Yes, I mean, you could put in some higher and Guccier avionics, but it is very nice to look at. I can learn my scan very quickly and commit that to memory. And I know where everything is, and I can fly from the other seat and feel very confident in it. Another thing to note here in the front, I got the circuit breaker panel, which is very nice actually, that it's accessible and literally within arm's reach. You've got a flap indicator, it looks like 0, 10, 25, and 40 degree flaps. And of course you get the gear up, gear down handle right here. Gear up, 110 knots is your max, and 132 knots is your max for your gear speed to come on down. I've got ample headroom. Here's an AC vent that you can't see, and one on this side as well. It seems that we'll be exiting and entering through this door where the camera is currently set up. I could attempt to crawl through this space here. It would be not fun for me and very funny for you watching, but overall really nice family hauler here in the cockpit. This airplane is probably the best bang for your buck you're gonna get. The Piper Saratoga II TC class of airplane, I feel that it's modern enough. It's also not overwhelming and not intimidating. I mean, you get in some of these brand new Cirruses and you don't want to touch the wrong thing. You don't want to put too much pressure. I mean, you look at the cup holders and they can get a little finicky. You could literally break a cup holder in a $1.3 million Cirrus. That's not fun. Now, does this airplane have cup holders? No. Piper, I'd love to see cup holders. And maybe if I review the M700, we'll find out there's cup holders. I'm sure there are. But it does have a little pen pouch down here, which is kind of nice. But compared to your average run-of-the-mill flight school 1975 Cessna 172, this airplane is light years ahead. This is not something I'm going to go land the backcountry in. This is not something that I'm going to come in for the carrier break-in at my local airfield. But this is something that I can go literally cross-country in 1 to 2 or 3 legs, and you can be comfortable. Air conditioning, full IFR suite. You can fly in the GU and feel confident about it. This has autopilot as well, which is a great feature in an airplane like this, so you can kind of take a load off. And I can still look back comfortably, and my kids would have all the room in the world. And if I was flying with 3 or 4 of the buddies, they'd be good too.
And now it's time for the first ever FlyBuy Score. With no other aircraft yet on the list, this 2000 Piper Saratoga II TC sets the baseline for future reviews as a solid pick in the piston aircraft category. It's a comfortable and capable cross-country cruiser with a spacious cabin, decent range, and practical mission capability. However, it's not the most exciting plane to fly, with heavy controls and stability prioritized over sportiness, and operating costs can add up with its high fuel burn and expensive annuals. With a total flyby score of 64 out of 100, it's a good family hauler that holds its value well, but if you're looking for something to turn heads on the ramp, this isn't it. Moving forward, I'll be reviewing everything from bush planes and turboprops to private jets, warbirds, and helicopters, each ranked with their own flyby score against others in their class. So stick around because there's a lot more aircraft to come.
Well, that's all I have to say about this beautiful 2000 Piper Saratoga II TC. If you made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Rob Roy from flybuyer.com, and I'm out of here. See ya!